Oh, that took quite a while. To the parties that are here for the 10 o'clock docket, this is courtroom number 1. My name is Judge Martin. Today's docket is exclusively landlord tenant cases. If you do not have a landlord tenant matter, you are in the wrong courtroom. Court staff will help you get where you need to be. At approximately 10:15, we will close this session, which means that we will not admit new participants. There will be a short video that plays that explains the legal rights you have available to you in this landlord tenant matter. At the conclusion of the video, tenants, if you wish to speak to a representative from Lakeshore Legal Aid, we have attorneys here. We will move you into rooms with them. If you wish to speak to your landlord's attorney, we will move you into rooms to speak to them. Attorneys, if you have filed dismissals or intend to dismiss cases this morning, please put that information, the case number in the chat, so that we may note that a dismissal is forthcoming and release tenants from sitting through the advice of rights video. Thank you.
So no. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Mhm.
Good morning again to the parties who are here for the 10 o'clock docket. At approximately 10:15, this courtroom will be locked, which means that no more parties will be admitted. There will be a short video that plays to explain the legal rights you have available to you this morning. At the conclusion of the video, you will have the opportunity to speak to either a representative attorney from Lakeshore Legal Aid if you're seeking advice and counsel from the attorney's office, or you may speak with your landlord's attorney. Each case that is scheduled will be called, so please be patient. When your case is called, be prepared to unmute yourself, turn your video on, and state your name for the record. If you have made an application for rental assistance, there is a form that you need to file with the court. Court staff is available to help you navigate the court's website so that that form is completed.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there something I can help you with?
I was just wondering if my case is going to be heard before the closing statement.
If you've been present, you've heard me indicate that about 10:15, there will be a video that plays that explains the legal rights you have available to you. After that video plays, I will call every case where a tenant is present. So please mute yourself until your case is called. And when I call your case, be prepared to unmute yourself, turn your video on, and place your name on the record.
Okay, I was unaware that I was not muted.
You're fine. I'm just making sure that we're all on the same page about how the 10 o'clock docket will unfold.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Carly, it is 10:15. I don't see any, I see one person that it looks like Malachi is trying to get labeled. As soon as that person is labeled and moved into this main session, we will play the advice of rights video.
Hey, stay with me. Hey. Nope. Birdie G. Ross. No. You better get in
Mr.
here.
Ross,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You asked for me?
no, sir, I want you to keep yourself muted. You keep on muting yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm Your Honor. I didn't realize it was.
I understand. There's one
Appreciate you.
person
Sorry.
we're waiting for to come out of the breakout room, and then we
Yeah,
can get
no
this
rush.
video going.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Carly, if you would start the video, please.
Welcome to the 34th District Court. Please listen carefully for information about your rights and resources that may be available to assist you. Please have paper and a pen handy. You have the right to hire an attorney to represent you. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you may qualify for legal aid assistance. There may be a representative from Lakeshore Legal Aid available today to speak with you, or you can contact them at 888-783-8190. You have the right to have your case heard in the proper venue. If the property is not located in the 34th District, you can ask the court to transfer your case to the district where the property, or any part of it, is located. You have the right to demand a jury trial. If you want a jury trial, you must tell the court today or make the demand in writing within 5 days of today's hearing. You can use Form MC-22 Jury Demand and file it with the court. You must pay $50 when you make your demand, or within 5 days of the court advising you of this right. You do not have to pay the jury fee if you have asked the court to waive fees and the court has approved your request under MCR 2.002. If your landlord has asked for you to be evicted from a residential property because you haven't paid rent, you may be able to get assistance from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, MDHHS, a local coordinated entry agency, a housing assessment and resource agency, or a federal help for homeless veterans program. You should have received information on local rental and housing assistance with the summons. You do not need a judgment against you to receive help from the places listed above. A copy of the summons and complaint from your case are enough. If your case is for non-payment and you have already applied for assistance from one of these agencies, be sure to let the court clerk or the judge know when your case is called. You will be required to submit written proof to the court within 5 days of today's hearing. Your landlord-tenant case can be resolved in a number of ways. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord by going through a Michigan or local community dispute resolution program. You can find a program at courts.my.gov/CDRP. You may also reach an agreement with the landlord that will mean the case gets dismissed. A conditional dismissal is possible when approved by all parties. You can use Form DC 508, Consent Order for Conditional Dismissal, Landlord Tenant, and file it with the court. Information about your other rights and the legal process is available through Michigan Legal Help at www.michiganlegalhelp.org. Additional information on legal resources, housing assistance programs, and court forms are available on our website at www.mi34thdistrictcourt.com/department/civil. Thank you for your attention. Your case will be called shortly.
Thank you, Carly. First up, we have 2401189 LT Trilogy versus Gulyas, Gulyas.
Good morning, Your Honor. Danny Horn, P81774 for plaintiff.
JK? Gulyas?
Yes.
Thank you. Turn your video on and state your name for me, please.
My name is Jakai Gullius.
Thank you. Are you not wearing a shirt?
Yeah.
Would you come into courtroom number 1 with no shirt on?
Yes, give me a moment.
We'll pass your legal matter while you put some clothes on. Thank you. This is 2401192 LT Huron Estates versus Keith Dyer and Harvey Fry.
Good morning again, Danny Horn for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Keith.
Thank you, Mr. Dyer. Sir, have you made an application for rental assistance?
No, ma'am.
Would you like the opportunity to speak to a representative from Lakeshore Legal Aid before you meet with Mr. Horan?
No, thank you.
Then, sir, you will be moved into Mr. Horan's breakout room. He'll be there momentarily to discuss the case with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. This is 2401194 LT Park Estates versus Wilson. Mr. Horan, I note your ongoing appearance.
Thank you.
Mr. Ross, now's the time to unmute yourself and state your name. Mr. Ross. We'll go back to 2401189. Now that he has a shirt on, sir, have you made an application for rental assistance?
Ma'am.
Would you like the opportunity to speak to a member of Lakeshore Legal Aid before you meet with Mr. Horn, the representative for your landlord?
Yes, please.
And sir, we'll have you go into the breakout room with them. And then your case will be adjourned. The new date will be March the 20th at 9:15. Notice of that new date and time will be mailed to you with the address we have on record unless Lakeshore gives you different directions, okay? Mr. Ross,
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here. John Michael Scott Ross.
thank you. Mr. Horan, Mr. Ross is from 2401194. He's the occupant for Wilson. Mr. Ross, have you made application for rental assistance?
No, Your Honor.
Would you like an opportunity to speak to someone from Lakeshore Legal Aid before you meet with Mr. Horan, the representative for your landlord?
No, Your Honor, I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, then, sir, the next thing that will happen is that you'll see a button to go into a breakout room to meet with Mr. Horan. He has a few more cases he needs to check in on, and he will be in there momentarily.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. This is 2401210 LT West Village versus Dion Askew and Lowell Askew.
I'm present. Dion Askew is present.
Turn your video on for me, please.
Turn
The
my
court
video
did
on.
receive a demand for a jury trial in this matter.
Yes, ma'am, because I
And
have
a
money.
request to,
Go ahead.
and a request to remove this matter to a higher court.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, the basis for the request for the removal is,
Breach of contract for the lease.
do you intend on filing a counterclaim or are you filing a separate and distinct action in a higher court?
I would prefer to do the proper thing and prefer to move it to a higher court because we have money judgments due.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
I withheld my
Okay.
rent because of a glitch in the landlord's video, or not video,
We are-
in her the pay portal for West Village Estate.
Hold on one second. Before we get to that point, were you looking to speak with a member from an attorney from Lakeshore Legal Aid?
There, I have no need to. I already have proof of what I'm talking about. Of the breach.
I understand, but let me, hold on one second. Let me do my
Okay.
part, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to speak to Mr. Horan this morning, the representative from West Village Estates?
I do not.
Okay. Right now, the court has not received anything that indicates that there is a court that this case should be transferred to. The court has not received a stay that indicates that these issues should be addressed in another court. If you intend to file an answer in the counterclaim in this matter, the court would just ask how soon you expect to file that.
As soon as I get the monies for it, I've already put 50 down on a jury trial.
That's just a jury demand, but ma'am, before the court,
I would like to be made whole before I pay my next rent. I have a case.
Oh.
I
Ms.
have
Askew,
paperwork.
I'm not, hold on one
I'm just
second. I'm not suggesting that you don't have a case. The
Yes,
issue
ma'am.
here is that you've filed for a jury demand.
Yes,
And the question will be, do you have a triable issue? And the court would
Yes.
need something for you. Hold on. The court would need something for you, from you. Today is just the first hearing date.
I understand.
And if you don't want to talk to Lakeshore Legal Aid and you don't want to talk to Mr. Horan, the question becomes, how are we proceeding?
I would like to take her to a higher court. I
Okay,
don't have a problem. I
Mr.
have my money orders for my rent currently. But that's not my issue. My issue is the breach of contract of the lease and all the rules and regulations of the lease that are included in the lease. All of them.
Mr. Horan, what is the rent to retain possession, sir?
This time rent to retain is $1,515.46 with costs for this case of $231.71. There's a total redemptive amount of $1,747.17.
Thank you. just ask you, have you heard, did you hear Mr. Horn just now indicate that the amount of past due rent is $1,515.46?
I did hear that.
Do you agree that this is the correct amount of rent due and owing?
I do not agree.
Okay, then ma'am, what this court will do is adjourn this matter over. The question becomes, if you are looking to have a trial, Mr. Horn and West Village Estates has a right to know what the allegations are, your defense to this non-payment of rent case.
Yes,
So are you
ma'am.
prepared to have a conversation with him regarding that?
I can. I just don't have proof to hand over to him right now because I need a paperwork copied for their half. For their half. I have
Okay.
paperwork proving my case, but they don't I don't have, it costs money to make copies.
Understood. Then ma'am, what we'll do is we'll move you into his breakout room. After you've had a chance to speak to him, you'll come back to this main session. We'll determine what will happen next, what the next stage of these proceedings are, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. This is 2401212 LT West Village versus Willie Brooks Jr. Sir, turn your video on, unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please.
Willie Brooks Jr. here.
Mr. Brooks, have you made an application for rental assistance?
I will as soon as possible, Your Honor.
Then, Mr. Brooks, what the court will do is adjourn this matter over to March the 20th at 9:15 a.m. Within the next 5 days, you need to do two things. You need to, if you're going to file for rental assistance, you need to file. You also need to file a form that's called a DC 539 with the court. The court staff is available. They can help you navigate the court's website to find that. You need to do that within the next 5 days. If you appear on March the 20th and you have not filed that form with the court will be prepared to take testimony from West Village Estates regarding the past due rent, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to speak to someone from Lakeshore Legal Aid before you leave this morning's session?
Yes.
Then Mr. Brooks, what will happen is first you will go in to meet with court staff that will help you find this form called the DC 539. And then secondly, you will go in with Lakeshore. After you meet with the representative from Lakeshore, you are free to leave. I will see you back here on March 20th at 9:15. Sir, have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. 2401214 LT, West Village Estates versus Irma Dixon Ward. Ms.
I'm
Dixon
here.
Ward, turn your video on and state your name for me, please.
Irma Dixon Ward.
Ma'am, have you made an application for rental assistance?
I've submitted one yesterday through DHS, but I'm trying to get my videos. Okay. I have most of my money. I had a hot water leak and I had to dip into my rent money last month, so it threw me off.
Understood. Ms. Dixon Ward, what we need you to do, please, is to file that form that's called a DC 539 and attach proof that you made an application for rental assistance. You have 5 days from today's date to have that form filed with the court. Would you like to speak to a representative from Lakeshore Legal Aid this morning?
No, I just need that form so I can show you where DHS I submitted.
Understood. Ms. Dixon Ward, your case will be adjourned until March the 20th, 2024 at 9:15 a.m. back here on Zoom. Court staff will move you into a breakout room. You'll be able to speak to a member of the staff that will help you navigate the court's website, get to that form and get it submitted within the next 5 days, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
2401217, you're welcome. LT, West Village Estates versus Kayla Johnson. There's actually Curtis Lee, the occupant present. Mr. Lee, unmute yourself, state your name for the record.
My name is Curtis Lee.
Thank you. Mr. Lee, have you made an application for rental assistance?
That's out of my control. I believe my cousin's in the courthouse. I see her down here on the bottom. It says Kayla Johnson. So,
Ms. Johnson, state your name for the record.
Kayla Johnson?
Ma'am, have you made an application for rental assistance?
No, I have not.
Would you like to speak to a member of the Lakeshore Legal Aid team before you speak with Mr. Horn, the representative for West Village?
No, thank you.
Okay, ma'am, the next step in these proceedings that you'll be moved into the breakout room. Mr. Horn will be there momentarily to discuss the case with you, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. 2401225 LT West Village Estates versus Tanisha Stamps.
I'm present.
Ms. Stamps, the court staff have labeled you in a way that indicates that you've been approved for rental assistance. Is that correct?
That is
Do you know if those funds have been sent over to West Village yet?
not that I'm aware of.
Have you filed the form that's called the DC 539 with the court?
This is my first time hearing of it when you mentioned it this morning, so I'll do so as soon as I get off of this recording.
No worries. Would you like to speak to Lakeshore Legal Aid regarding representation or consultation this morning?
Sure.
Then ma'am, two things will happen. First, you will be moved into the breakout room with court staff. They'll help you navigate the court's website to get that DC 539 file within the next 5 days. Thereafter, you'll be moved into the Lakeshore Legal Aid room. You'll speak to a member of that staff, and then you're free to go. I'll see you back here on March 20th at 9:15 a.m. Notice of that new date and time will be mailed to you at the address we have on record.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Horn, I noted the dismissals. We already had them. If there were any more, or I'll take your defaults at the end of after you've gone and spoken to those tenants and come back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Danny, I apologize, Your Honor. Site 36, Scott Whiting, paid in full.
Scott Whiting.
Correct.
This is 2401231 LT West Village versus Whiting. I will make a notation that there's a dismissal forthcoming. Any others, Ms. Samples?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Horn, yep, your co-host, if you want to go ahead and speak with those people.
Thank you, Judge. Renee, did you need to speak separately for any other issue?
Site 600.
Okay, let's speak with everyone else and then we can talk about that, okay?
Okay. Can you get
Right
me
on.
into the breakout room, please?
Sure,
Thank you.
I sure can.
Yes, sir.
Bernard Black and Kamisha McClendon for 11 o'clock.
No, Mr. Gulias,
Yes.
why are you back in the main session? Did you speak to Mr. Horn?
Yes.
Did you reach an agreement?
No.
Oh, Mr. Horn, I'm sorry, Mr. Gulias, I thought we adjourned this case over to the 20th at 9:15.
It was the 20th.
Yes. March 20th at
Alrighty. I'm sorry.
9:15.
At what you said at 9?
At
Okay.
9:15.
Alrighty.
Thank you. Have a good
I
day.
got it.
Ms. Johnson, did you have the opportunity to speak to Mr. Horan?
Yes, I did.
Ma'am, did you reach some agreement with him?
Yes, we did.
This is 241217 LT. And Ms. Johnson, what was that agreement?
We will be paying the remainder before the next court date.
What's the remainder, ma'am? Or do you, we can wait until Mr. Horan comes back out. It's fine. Ms. Askew, did you reach some agreement with Mr. Horan?
No, I did not.
Okay. Then ma'am, when he comes back out, I'll call the case and we'll figure out what we're scheduling next. We'll need to figure out how we're proceeding.
Sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
There's not a lot of attorneys that will be on the tenant side, so I had to go to the library.
Ma'am, there are actually 2 attorneys here for Lakeshore Legal Aid this morning. They're doing intake, and that's why I offered the opportunity to meet with them. They are regularly on this court's docket, so there are attorneys available. Mr. Lubansky?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. At about 11:15, we'll be locking the session and running the advice of rights video. The court did go through the docket and noticed that there were dismissals that were filed yesterday. Those have all been updated. Were there any dismissals submitted today, to your knowledge?
Yeah, my apologies, Your Honor. There were a number of defendants that paid at the last minute. For today, if I'm understanding correctly, Bartush, BARTUSH, is
Okay.
a last minute payment.
Give me 1 second. That's 240116 LT Swan Creek versus Bartish. Yes, sir.
Yes. And defendants' last names Hinton and Chambers.
Two 4011007 LT Swan Creek versus Jonah Hinton and Walter Chambers II. I'll note the dismissal. Any others?
So I looked at my records yesterday. If yesterday they were dismissed, I'm not sure. I'm only showing 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. I have 11 active matters in this court, 10 of which are for Swan Creek. Does that sound about right?
I have 12.
Okay. I'm sorry. I will try to figure out which one is today, but I probably had at least a dozen dismissals in the last day. So my apologies, Your Honor.
No worries. What will happen is at, like I said, 11:15, we'll lock this session, play the video. And right now, I think that they are keeping you're the only attorney we have scheduled at 11 o'clock. They have all your cases in room 21 because we're still waiting to wrap up the 10 o'clock docket. So.
Okay. No problem. I likely will be in a bench trial. Maybe it'll be concluded by 11:15, but I'm concurrently in another court. So if it's a little bit longer, it's no problem on my end.
Is there someone else available from your office to log on?
I can check.
Okay, because the video, when it plays, I'll start calling cases by 11:20.
Are there breakout rooms in this court, or will we simply just have the cases called?
No breakout rooms, but I'm not gonna have people sitting in there waiting for you if you're going to be in a bench trial. I will adjourn them
It's
over
not.
till
It's
March
not
the 20th.
a civil litigation link. It's a very short procedural non-payment case. But
Wait,
I
you know,
understand.
once you say it's gonna be a short hearing, what's happened? You just jinxed yourself.
See you at 6 p.m.
Well, listen,
you're
no,
absolutely right.
they're breakout rooms.
I
They're
will
breakout
see if
rooms for
someone can hop
you.
on. I have all the numbers ready, so
Okay.
I have handled multiple at once, but when it goes to trial, it's hard to do multiple. So I will do my best to have someone that is.
There are
here.
two breakout rooms for you already, so we'll play it by ear after we do the video. If you're back, when you're back, just turn your screen on so that I know you're available. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
All right.
It looks like Mr. Horn is down to his last one. Mr. Horn, my apologies for interrupting you, but we're running into our 11 o'clock docket. So I just wanted to get Ms. Johnson and Mr. Ross squared away. This is thank you, 2401194 LT Park Estates versus Haley Wilson and John Michael Ross. The parties have had the opportunity to speak. Mr. Horn, did you reach some agreement?
Oh, we did not, Your Honor. We'd ask that it be set for the final hearing. I believe that's the March 20th date you're using.
It is the March 20th date at 9:15. Notice of that new date and time will be mailed to the property. Anything else in this case, Mr. Horn?
Nothing further.
Thank you. Mr. Ross, anything?
Well, yes, ma'am. I don't know what the final hearing means, or if that's whatever. I talked to Mr. Horn about the issues that I had with it. I have no problem paying the lease.
Sorry, sir. I'm
Yes,
sorry,
sir.
you're muffled.
I apologize. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. I apologize. Yeah, Mr. Henry, I talked. I'm not sure what the final meeting is. I guess the courtroom, and then that's that March 20th date. I'm not sure what that means, but I've been trying to pay it. I have no problem paying it. I'm disabled, and I have an animal that I've been given a hard time about, and yeah, I've even jumped through the hoops to try to get that done for him. And every time I get something done, like she wants a bill of sale for my dog now. A bill of sale. Why? You can't. It's silly. It makes no sense. She's just trying to put.
Mr.
Yes,
Ross,
ma'am.
I'm sorry,
ma'am.
I'm interrupting you because we have another docket that we need to run into.
Yes, ma'am.
And
I
right
understand.
now, we're not prepared to take testimony. Today is just the first hearing. When we come back on March 20th, it's called a second hearing. Mr. Horn called it the final hearing, but it's a second hearing. We will take information regarding the balances due and owing, and you, well, actually, Ms. Wilson will present a defense, but please be prepared to, with all your documents and witnesses for that date, okay? March
Yes, ma'am.
20th at 9:15.
Your Honor, may I ask you a question?
Yes,
Should I be sending documentation over to Mr. Heron now? Because he asked for things, or should I save that till court?
if part of your conversation with him was that you were exchanging information, you should do that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're so very welcome. Have a good day. I'll see you on the
You
20th.
too. Be safe. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And then 2401217 LT West Village versus Johnson. Ms. Johnson indicated that she reached an agreement with you, Mr. Horn.
The agreement was that if they pay by 3/20, we would dismiss the case. They indicated
So are we just adjourning this case over?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
2401217 LT is adjourned over to March the 20th at 9:30 a.m. for payment. Ms. Johnson, notice will be mailed to you at the address we have on file. If you've made that payment, I'm sure Mr. Horn's office will submit a dismissal and you will not need to reappear, okay?
Thank you.
Anything else, ma'am?
No, thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You do the same.
Thank you. 2401210 LT West Village versus Askew. Mr. Horn, how are we proceeding?
We would ask that it be set for the second hearing on the 20th.
Ms. Askew, will that give you sufficient time to get the documents and information you need together to determine if there's a tribal issue that requires a jury? You're muted, ma'am. I'm sorry.
What was the date on the next one?
March the 20th at 9:30 a.m.
March the 20th at 9:30.
Yes, ma'am. Back on Zoom.
Is there any
Notice
way I
will be
can,
mailed to you at the address we have on file. I'm sorry.
is there any way I can have a face-to-face court trial? I don't care for Zoom. I'm an old school person. I'm 63 years old and my husband is 73 years old.
Ma'am, you're welcome to appear in person. I'm upstairs from you. I know where you are right now. I'm sitting right upstairs.
That's wonderful.
If you want to appear in person, you are able to appear
On
in
the
person.
20th, that would be wonderful, Judge. I would love that. I would love to appear in person in your courtroom on the 20th with
I will see you on the 20th.
Okay, super.
Okay.
9:30 in
thank
the
you.
morning. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. 2401192 LT, Huron Estates versus Keith Dyer and Harvey Fry.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
You were in a breakout room
Honor,
with Mr. Horn. Mr. Horn, how are we proceeding?
We would ask that it be set for the second date in hopes that they are able to pay before then.
Mr. Dyer, the case will be adjourned over to March the 20th at 9:30 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am.
If you pay before that date, Mr. Horn's office will submit a dismissal of the matter, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You're free to go, sir. Have a good day. The notice of the new date and time will be mailed to you.
Thank you. You as
Mr.
well.
Horn, okay. Sandy, if you would start bringing the 11 o'clocks in. Mr. Horn, are you ready for your default, sir?
I am.
2401190 LT. This is Trilogy versus Darius Timmons. It was scheduled at 10 o'clock. It's now 11:11 by this court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear.
Your Honor, we would request a possession default judgment with rent to retain of $4,863.82, cost of $181.68 for a total of $5,045.50.
Please have your office submitted through on base. 2401191 LT Huron Estates versus Nicholas Derminer. Again, scheduled at 10 a.m. It's now 11:12 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, default judgment will enter. Rent to retain.
$649, excuse me, Your Honor, $649.91, $181.68 in cost for a total of $831.59.
Thank you. Please submit it through on base. 2401193 LT Huron Estates versus Jason Nichols and Rusty Nichols. The case was scheduled at 10 a.m. It's now 11:12 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendants having failed to appear, default judgment shall enter.
Your Honor, rent to retain of $3,812.49, cost $231.71 for a total of $4,044.20.
Thank you. Please have your office submit through on base 2401195 LT. Bill Properties versus Cecil Coleman and Katie Cruz. The case was scheduled at 10 o'clock, is now 11:13 by the court's clocks. Defendants having failed to appear, sir.
Your Honor, rent to retain $5,265. Costs of $231.71 for a total of $5,496.71.
Thank you. Please have your office submit through on base 2401218 LT West Village Estates versus Donovan Louk, LOUK. This case was scheduled at 10 a.m. It's now 11:13 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear.
Your Honor, rent to retain $1,481.96. Cost of $181.68 for a total of $1,663.64.
Thank you. Please have your office submit that default judgment through on base 2401226 LT West Village Estates versus Esther Taylor and George Taylor. Case was scheduled at 10 a.m. It's now 11:14 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendants having failed to appear, sir. Default
Your
judgment
Honor,
shall enter.
Rent to retain, Your Honor, $979.38. Cost of $231.71 for a total of $1,211.09.
Thank you. Please have your office submit through on base. And then 2401229 LT West Village Estates versus Esteban Vincencio.
Oh,
Was
Your Honor, I
that-
believe
That
that's
was one
a
of the dismissed
dismissal.
cases.
Yes.
Thank you. I'll make that notation. Anything else for the 10 o'clock docket, Mr. Horn?
Nothing further. I appreciate your patience.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
To the people who are here for the 11 o'clock docket, there will be a short video that plays in just a moment that explains the rights you have available to you. At the end of that docket, the court will call every case that is scheduled for 11 o'clock. And you will have the opportunity to meet with a member of Lakeshore Legal Aid if you're looking for representation and or assistance, or meet with a representative for your landlord. There's an attorney here from the Aaron Cox Law Firm. If you have made an application for rental assistance, there's court staff who will be available to help you file the form that needs to be filed to put the court and the landlord on notice of the filing for that rental assistance. That being the case, Carly, if you would start playing the video. Ms. Ellison, if your office has submitted any dismissals this morning, I'm not aware of them. I would ask that you put them in a chat and I will update our records. Thank you.
Will do, Your Honor.
Fourth District Court. Please listen carefully for information about your rights and resources that may be available to assist you. Please have paper and a pen handy. You have the right to hire an attorney to represent you. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you may qualify for legal aid assistance. There may be a representative from Lakeshore Legal Aid available today to speak with you, or you can contact them at 888-783-8190. You have the right to have your case heard in the proper venue. If the property is not located in the 34th District, you can ask the court to transfer your case to the district where the property, or any part of it, is located. You have the right to demand a jury trial. If you want a jury trial, you must tell the court today, or make the demand in writing within 5 days of today's hearing. You can use Form MC-22 Jury Demand and file it with the court. You must pay $50 when you make your demand, or within 5 days of the court advising you of this right. You do not have to pay the jury fee if you have asked the court to waive fees and the court has approved your request under MCR 2.002. If your landlord has asked for you to be evicted from a residential property because you haven't paid rent, you may be able to get assistance from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, MDHHS, a local coordinated entry agency, a housing assessment and resource agency, or a federal help for homeless veterans program. You should have received information on local rental and housing assistance with the summons. You do not need a judgment against you to receive help from the places listed above. A copy of the summons and complaint from your case are enough. If your case is for non-payment and you have already applied for assistance from one of these agencies, be sure to let the court clerk or the judge know when your case is called. You will be required to submit written proof to the court within 5 days of today's hearing. Your landlord-tenant case can be resolved in a number of ways. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord by going through a Michigan or local community dispute resolution program. You can find a program at courts.my.gov/CDRP. You may also reach an agreement with the landlord that will mean the case gets dismissed. A conditional dismissal is possible when approved by all parties. You can use Form DC 508, Consent Order for Conditional Dismissal, Landlord Tenant, and file it with the court. Information about your other rights and the legal process is available through Michigan Legal Help at www.michiganlegalhelp.org. Additional information on legal resources, housing assistance programs, and court forms are available on our website at www.mi34thdistrictcourt.com/department/civil. Thank you for your attention. Your case will be called shortly.
This is 2400700LT Swan Creek versus Kimberly Corkery and Russell Welday. Please unmute yourself and state your names for the record.
Russell Welder, Your Honor.
Kimberly Corkery.
Thank you. Have you made an application for rental assistance?
No, Your Honor.
Would you like to speak to a representative from Lakeshore Legal Aid before you meet with Ms. Ellison, the representative from Swan Creek?
No, Your Honor.
Then what will happen next is we'll move you into a breakout room. Ms. Ellison will be there after she checks in on the other matters, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Two 4011110 LT Swan Creek versus Bernard Black and Kamisha McClendon.
Yes,
State
Your
your name,
Honor.
please.
Bernard Black.
McClendon.
Thank you. Have you made application for rental assistance?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to speak to a representative from Lakeshore Legal Aid this morning?
Yes.
Then there will be two things that happen. Well, three things, actually. First off, this case will be adjourned to March the 20th at 9:30 a.m. Notice will be mailed to you at the same address that we have on file. Secondly, you'll be moved into a breakout room with court staff. They will help you navigate the court's website to file a form that's called the DC 539. You must do that within 5 days of today's date. After you meet with court staff, you will go in with Lakeshore Legal Aid. Once you're done speaking with legal aid, you are free to leave the session. I will see you back here on March the 20th. If you have not properly filed that DC 539, the court will be taking testimony regarding the balance that is due and owing to Swan Creek, okay?
Okay.
Please go in with court staff. Thank you. This is
You're welcome.
2401120 LT Swan Creek versus Nancy Boyd. Sarah Boyd. Two 4011123 LT Swan Creek versus Kenneth Roberts.
Sarah Boyd is here, sorry.
No, ma'am, give me 1 second. Ms. Roberts, unmute yourself, state your name for the record.
Angela Roberts.
Ms. Roberts, are you an occupant or a tenant at this property?
Yes.
Which one? Are you on the lease or are you an occupant?
Occupant. It's my husband's. We haven't signed the lease in a long time, but I was on. It was both of us on there.
Have you made an application for rental assistance?
I have in the past, they said that we don't qualify.
Ma'am, would you like the opportunity to speak to a member of the Lakeshore Legal Aid staff?
No, I will have the money Monday. And then when I get my taxes, I plan on paying a few months ahead. So I don't have to go through this no
Ma'am,
more.
I'm sorry. I'm going to move you into a breakout room. You'll meet with the attorney for Swan Creek regarding that payment arrangement or that discussion about payment, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. 240-1120 LT, Ms. Boyd?
Yes, I'm here.
Ma'am, they have you labeled as niece. Are you an occupant at the property?
No, I am not.
Turn your camera on for me. Why are you here and not Nancy Boyd?
She is in a nursing home, which she has been in since the end of August.
Are you a guardian, power of attorney, or anything of that nature?
No.
Okay, ma'am, if you're not a licensed attorney in the state of Michigan, the court is not allowed to have, or an occupant of the property, the court is not allowed to have you represent Ms. Boyd's interests. Ms. Ellison, I'm not sure if you have someone here from Swan Creek or someone, oh, I see Ms. Hubbard, someone who's maybe able to help us navigate how to proceed in this matter.
Leah, were you aware that she was in a nursing home?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, in light of that, I know Miss Boyd, Sarah Boyd, can't represent her. But I think we're willing to talk to her in regards to what their plan is with the manufactured home. So if we can just get the second hearing date, and we can come back at that time, Your Honor.
Thank you. That second hearing date will be that same March the 20th date at 9:30 a.m. on Zoom. Notice of that date and time will be mailed to the property. Ms. Hubbard, would you be in a position to speak to Ms. Boyd this morning, or Ms. Ellison with Ms. Boyd?
Yes, absolutely, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And we'll get you moved into the breakout room. And when you come back out, Ms. Ellison, I will take your defaults at that time, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Ellison, you're a co-host. You can move yourself. Thank you.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anyone else that you think may be needing to speak with Lakeshore today? You've exhausted. You've gone through the 11 o'clock docket.
I've gone through the 11 o'clock. There was one person. 1110. That was Mr. Black and Miss McClendon. They were meeting with court staff. They'll be on their way to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, Sandy, I don't know how it went from 126 to 56 to whatever this wound up being, but It worked out.
I'm just unbelievable. I was happy this morning or last night when I left, it was at 68. And then this morning we had, down to 56. So
I went
it was
through them
nice.
last night before the open house. And so
Uh-huh.
I came in this morning and there were even more.
Yep. Yeah. Mariah must have stayed and did them last night because when I came in, like I said, I left, there was 68. When I came in, there was 56. I'm like, woo, that's nice.
Oh, Sandy,
Yes.
there was the 1-240-1126, Mr.
At
Devlin's
what time?
case from 9 o'clock.
Okay. Say that case number again. I'm sorry.
240-1126 LT.
Mm-hmm.
I see court mail, but I don't see anything else. So if you would
And
check your queue, if
I've been
there's-
I've been going through the on base all morning and I have not received anything from them.
Okay. I'll
So
make some
I'll
notes
keep an
now
eye
when
on
I
that
get
one.
done. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was the only one I had a question about.
Okay.
Ms. Corkery?
Yes.
Did you get removed?
I got kicked out. I think my internet kind of went down here in the building I'm in.
Okay, did you speak to the attorney yet?
No, I have not.
Get you back in there.
Ms. Corkery, did you reach some agreement with Ms. Ellison?
Yes, we'll be coming back on the 20th unless our rent is paid prior to.
That is correct, Your Honor.
That new date is March the 20th. This is 2400700. The new date is March the 20th at 9:45 a.m. Notice of that new date and time will be mailed to you at the address we have on record. Was there anything else, Ms. Ellison?
No, Your Honor, that wraps this one up.
Anything else, Ms. Corkery?
No, that is all, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'll see you on March 20th. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Thank you. 2401123 LT Swan Creek versus Roberts. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it's my understanding she'll have it paid on Monday, so we're just going to give her to that March 20th date and with the hopes that we're likely going to dismiss.
Is that your understanding, Ms. Roberts?
You're on mute, Ms. Roberts.
If that's your understanding, just nod your head, ma'am. Then we'll adjourn this matter over to March the 20th at 9:45 a.m. by Zoom again. Notice will be mailed to you at the address we have on record. Good luck to you, Ms. Roberts. Have a good day. We've already
Thank you so
adjourned
much.
over the Boyd matter. Thank you. So, Ms.
Yeah,
Ellison, if you're ready for
she
your...
didn't join us in the breakout room, so we'll just,
Oh.
hopefully they come, hopefully
Wait.
she.
Huh. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, I think she might have logged off because I tried to pull her first. So we're just
That's
hoping
fine.
she comes back or communicates in the interim.
In 2401102 LT, this is Swan Creek versus Foley, and Foley was scheduled at 11 o'clock. It's now 11:41 by this court's clock. Defendants have failed to appear. How would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, I would request a default judgment in this matter for the defendant's failure to appear. It looks like rent to retain, Your Honor, is $662.14. I show a court cost of $220.32. The balance being $882.46.
Thank you. 2401106 LT Swan Creek versus Amanda Daniels. This case was scheduled at 11 o'clock. It's now 11:41 by the court's clock. Excuse me, defendant has failed to appear. How would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, I would ask for an entry of a default judgment, Your Honor. Rent to retain. Your Honor, can I give you the rent to retain inclusive of court costs?
Yes, ma'am.
Is $3,892.43. Of that amount, I'm showing $177.66 in court costs.
Thank you. 2401109 LT Swan Creek versus Clyde Seal, scheduled at 11 a.m. It's now at 11:42 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. How would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, I would move for a default judgment. Currently due and owing in rent is $459.56, $177.66 in rent, the balance being $637.22.
Thank you. 2401111 LT Swan Creek versus Eric Brackman, scheduled at 11 a.m. It's now 11:43 by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. How would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, I would ask for an entry of a default judgment. $528.54 is rent. Court cost of $177.66, bringing the balance to $706.20.
Thank you. 2401112 LT Swan Creek versus Michael Galvin, scheduled at 11 a.m. It's now 11:43 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. How would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, I would move forward entry of a default judgment. I am showing rent in the amount of $1,328.25, cost of $177.66, bringing the balance to $1,505.91.
Thank you. 2401117 LT Swan Creek versus Amanda Arnold. This case was scheduled at 11 a.m. It's now 11:44 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. How would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, I'd move the court for an entry of default judgment. Balance to retain is $486.78. $177.66 is court costs, the balance being $664.44.
Thank you. 2401119 LT Swan Creek versus Daniel Kelly and Leslie Kelly Hall. This case was scheduled at 11 a.m. It's now 11:44 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendants have failed to appear. How would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, I would ask for a motion for entry of default judgment. Currently due and owing is $728 in rent, $220.32 in court costs, the balance being $948.32.
Thank you. 2401199 LT Metro Commons versus Francis McGraw and Tina Simmons. This case was scheduled at 11 a.m. It's now 11:45 a.m. by the court's clocks. Defendants have failed to appear. How would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, I would ask for an entry of a default judgment. The balance I am showing due and owing, inclusive of court cost, Your Honor, is $2,546.99. Of that, $198 is court costs.
Thank you. Please have your office submit the default judgments. The court did check and service was proper and effectuated in all the cases that Ms. Ellison just placed on the record. I believe that that is the end of the docket for you. You have one tenant they're in with Lakeshore. I've already given them the new date. Just double checking. There's nothing else. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you. Sandy and Carly, thank you for your help. What I am doing is reclaiming host